Hey everyone, welcome to Kika's Chat. I'm Shirley.
I am Christy.
Hey, and we're back to review a TV series from Star Wars land. So, anyways, on Twitter, these gifs of this man are coming up, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" Because I was like, "Look, I'm asexual. I identify as asexual, but damn, I would turn to the dark side."
Yeah.
For that, like for this man, because he was. I was like, "What is going on in Acolyte? Or what the fuck is going on in Star Wars?"
Okay, she's talking about the villain,
Premier, or the stranger,
and
the power
who is played by Manny
Jacinto. Jacinto, that's how you say it. Manny Jacinto. The power of Manny Jacinto literally got me back into Star Wars, like legit, because I did not give a shit about Star Wars.
And she means the power of how he looks.
No. Really being
can be a motivator.
Really seducing, really putting the meaning of what it means to be seduced by the dark side. Because legit, I was like, yo, fuck those Jedi. I'll be your acolyte too. That's crazy.
Can you imagine Shirley as an acolyte?
Hell no, I'm too fucking lazy. I won't do shit. I mean, this is, you know how Star Wars is nerdy. I was looking up what he has, like the Cortosis shit, like on his like helmet and his like, you know, his gauntlets and shit. I was looking, that's how I was like, damn, they got me good. They got me good.
It's okay, they got me good too, because they had me watching the show and I was like, wow.
I know we binge watched it because our cousin Gabriel, shout out to Gabriel, I can't do the thing. But shout out to him. He was like, "Oh, you gotta watch the Acolyte because it's really good." And I was like, But then those gifts came out from episode 5 and episode 6, and I was like, "Shit." So on July 4th, we had our day off from work, and we were like, "Let's binge watch it." We literally binge watched 6 episodes. That's how crazy that is.
Yeah,
6 episodes.
And we went over to the dark side, which is Disney, but
which is Disney. Let's be honest. It's fucking Disney. That's yeah. But that was a good one.
We couldn't help it. I know.
He was too fine. Too fine.
The thing is that we grew up with Star Wars. It's so hard. It's like, damn it.
No, I could have gave it up. But that man was too fine. He was too fine.
And we're at the moment we're like too depressed. So it was just like
too depressed. No, I'll say this. Okay, not going into Acolyte, but like, I love the topics it brings up. I gotta give it to it. It's swinging. It's like, this is the shit we're gonna be talking about. It's gonna be doing crazy, messy shit, and I'm just like, I'm here. I'm here to watch this shit. I'm here to watch this mess.
Yeah, because I think it's great how it kind of goes into this duality of human nature.
Yes. And choices.
Really.
It's not really saying that the Jedi are bad and the Sith are good. It's mostly like
how each individual is making choices within their role in this episode. You see that some of them that are supposed to be good are making really bad choices.
Oof. So why?
What have you done?
But also the institutions. It's questioning the institutions, which we have to do because in real life.
I mean, it's the institutions that kind of mold individuals.
No, but right? Yeah.
Whether it be institutions of organized religion, organized governments, organized educational systems. In this sense, is an organized. What is Jedi?
I thought it was a religion.
Jedi is a religion? Shoot, I don't know.
Oh shit, the Star Wars fans. But like, bitch,
you talking about this up. It could be. And so this idea that you become what you learn almost in a way. And sometimes you can step away from that. Mm-hmm. You know, and sometimes you can't.
True.
Not only, also in family too. In the family dynamic as well, that happens. But anyways, we're going.
Yeah, let's get into the plot because we kind of escape it. So this is set during the High Republic. Let me tell you, I don't know shit about the High Republic. I was like, what the fuck is this? Sorry. I had to look it up. So it's 100 years before the Phantom Menace, and I was like, thank you, Google, because I don't know shit. And so basically, but Google still sucks. But so basically, it's about a former Padawan, played by Amanda Sandberg, right? Sorry if I'm messing up her name.
I think you.
Oh wait,
Amandala.
Is their pronouns they them? I'm so sorry. I think their pronouns maybe they them.
I actually don't remember.
I didn't look it up. I'm so sorry. I'll just say Amanda.
Yeah.
You know.
Amandala.
Amandala. Thank you. See, I was saying it wrong. Yes, Amandala. And they play twins. They're the same actor. They play May and Osha. And so May is technically the bad one, what the fuck that means. And Osha's the good one, you know, in the sense of like binary, what's good and what's bad, you know. So basically, their Osha is really the main lead. Let's be honest, we follow her more than anything, more than May. And so she's the former Padawan. She basically reunites with her former Jedi Master, Soul. You probably know how to say this actor's name right better than I will, and I'm so sorry. Oh. Is it Lee Jong Jae?
You know, Lee Jong Jae.
I think so. And he's a Korean actor from Squid Games. I heard he was great in that, but I have never watched Squid Games, and I don't really want to watch it, to be honest. So, but I'll give him his flowers. But anyways, so they reunite because they want to investigate a series of crimes that discover that forces they confront are more sinister than they ever anticipated. And of course, the crimes are, you know, May's doing something. Who's Osha's twin?
This is like a crime thriller, don't you think?
Pretty much. So let's get into spoilers. Pretty much. So something happened in fucking Brandok.
Yo, why are you hating against Brandok?
No. I'm saying it wrong. I think I am. That's the home of May and Osha. And so this is basically, it's using the technique of like Rashomon. I'm probably saying the movie wrong. It's a movie that's like very popular. I think it is a Japanese film. I never watched it, and it's using this technique of like going back to an event and having different perspectives. I believe so. So this show is really about the mystery of Brandok and what happened and how Soul was involved. Osha finding out the truth, and May getting revenge for what the fuck happened to her homeland, you know, and what happened to them, you know, because they're separated.
Yeah.
Well, Osha thinks May is dead, so, you know, so it's all that like breakdown of like.
Yeah, and like, we're still trying to understand what's going on because it's so complex.
Well, now episode 7 came out, and that's why it says spoiler. We find out what happened, and it's a lot.
Yeah, but I think it's still kind of like there's still some mystery there because
I mean, there's still some mystery.
May, I mean, yeah, we'll see. We see that May kind of accidentally puts everything in fire.
Yeah, but it's really Soul and another Jedi Padawan, Torben, that really break into this because May and Osha are from this covenant. They're witches and stuff. And so they have mothers and stuff like that.
Is this the first time we see witches in the Star Wars?
I think they had like night sisters and stuff like that. So they're witches from before. Look, I don't know. Again, I haven't been in Star Wars in a long time. And even when I was in Star Wars, I didn't know jack shit. Don't even ask me.
But a complex world, yeah.
I was reading it today and I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But anyway, so basically Soul really has abandonment issues because they took him when he was 4, and then he was like, I want to be a father. Let me take these kids, Osha and May, but I'm going to take the good one, which is Osha. And so shit goes down at Brandok that we find out, and it is crazy. And yeah, but
well, just to be clear, the Jedi
they go into
training
Brandok.
people at a very young age. And that is creepy in itself.
How are they the good ones?
Yeah,
they go to a place. Brenda, they don't know shit about. They don't know the culture. They don't know people to take their resources.
But they're trying to look for this energy source,
which is the vengeance, something that creates life or something like that. Virgins, I think it's virgins.
Yeah.
And so they want to take those resources, I guess, to create life, and because that's the only way you could create life, apparently. Because they can't have physical attachment, emotional attachment, something like that. Which is, okay. But anyways, so yeah, I'm assuming that they want, well, I guess because if they take kids from different places.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I don't know.
Because I remember Anakin being a kid when they recruited him, but I didn't think that was, at the time that I was watching it, I didn't think, oh, that's what they do. They take them when they're kids.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's questionable.
That's questionable. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. Soul, I love his character. I'm not he's so messy and he's so complex. I love that shit. Give me more.
I know, because in the beginning you kind of think or kind of start liking Soul because not only he's cute, but because
he's a good-looking man.
He seems like a really good guy, like a good Jedi. He wants to go and help and stuff. But then later, you see all the bad side to him.
He wanted a kid. He wanted a Padawan.
And then you want him more. Let me stop. But I think that the creator of the show.
Oh, Leslie Headland, I think her name is. Which Russian Doll. She created Russian Doll.
Which was
That's a really good show. You should check it out.
That was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there. But anyways, I think she did a brilliant job of kind of showing the raw nature of human beings, like, you know, the choices you make in life and how you react to things and your own trauma, how it kind of is present in the future and as an adult. So you kind of see that in the show.
Because that's the thing. I think the Jedi don't teach them how to react to, how to handle different emotions. He probably has abandonment issues. They took him when he was 4. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So he wants to find attachment, emotional attachment. So that's why he wants to have a Padawan, to have a kid, because he wants that connection. They didn't probably teach them how to handle any of that shit, the anger, the fear, loss, you know. Yeah. So it's like...
So the Jedi are great. But anyways, so in this show, it kind of goes into the dark side, and then you walk away feeling like, oh, the dark side is actually a good side to be on.
Damn, Cremere is right. Which is Manny Jacinto's character. Well, because we meet Cremere as basically, so May is working with him because they work for the Stranger, which is May's master. So they have like this brother-sister type of like annoying relationship. And so he's helping her out with like supplies, like poison and stuff, because she's trying to kill, this is how the plot starts, all the Jedi that were on Brandok with Soul when that shit went down. Right?
And they had destroyed all the witches.
Pretty much, which is, you know, her mother, Asaya, the two mothers, Mother Korra and Mother Asaya. And so something went down. They all, you know, they died, sadly. Mother Asaya died. I don't know about Mother Korra, but the Covenant died and stuff like that. So May's getting revenge because the shit they did to her. And so Cremere's helping her out and stuff like that. So you learning through the way, you're like, damn, May is right. She should be good.
For real. Because at first you're like, oh, damn, man, she's bad. But I like how they bring in Cremere.
Right, yes.
Because they show him at the potion shop, or I don't know what kind of shop that was.
He's the bumbling fool. He's the funny one.
He's the
like,
drunk.
Yeah,
he's drunk or something.
He's like the older brother. And that's what I love about how Manny, because he's really killing it, how Manny Jacinto is playing it, because you see that. But then episode 5 happens. And episode 5 was when shit turned around, because that's when he really introduces himself as the master, as the Stranger. And those fucking fight scenes in episode 5, wow, they are. Episode 5 is called The Night, and that's when shit hits the fan.
Yeah,
because this is when the master's like,
this is when they're
Cremere's like, yeah, I'm here, bitch, and I'm gonna kill all of y'all.
I love the set though, the forest, the setting. Because it's amazing.
Khmer and May went there to find Kanaka, which is the Wookiee Jedi who was on Brandok 2 with Soul, and of course Soul and Osha and his team, Jackie, who's the Padawan for Soul, and Yord, who's a Jedi Knight who worked with Soul too. I think he was his Padawan as well. Could be wrong. So you meet Jackie and Yord, and they're fun characters. You know, Jackie's. I don't know
about Yord, but he seems like a more serious character.
He was more serious. Osha. He was more like, they grew up together as Padawans.
But he's good looking too.
He was good looking too. Mm.
And Kanaka was good looking too.
But
the Wookiee. Yeah, interesting.
But Jackie's she's a young Padawan who knows how to fight and shit, and you start to like these characters. And Yord, even though he's more uptight, you like him, But anyways, they go to Krafar, I think it's called, where Kanaka is, and so both teams are there, and so this is when Maze has a turn and tries to escape from Khmer. Is like, look, I'm gonna turn myself in. I don't need to do any of this shit that your master wants me to do. And Khmer's like, excuse me? And so this is when he's like, oh shit, I need to defend my life. Like, she's going to give me up and stuff. So I think he kills Kanaka because you see him dead with
I felt so bad for the Wookiee. I was like, we really don't see Wookiees outside,
And May sees that and she's like, oh shit, he's here. And of course the whole team with Soul stops right there and is like, hey, May, come out because they know something's wrong. Like, we're here to arrest you. Like, they're cops or something, which is crazy how the Jedi kind of look like cops now.
Yeah,
I think they always were.
Just to kind of like, I really like the bond between Jackie,
yeah,
and Osha. I thought that was a really good.
I thought something was going on there.
Oh, you mean
like Jackie liked her?
Oh,
it's funny. Yeah, I think it's funny because it's like I saw that, and then when episode 5 and 6 happened, I was like, my mind just changed automatically.
Yeah, and then, but let's go to the fight scene with Khmer, and let me just tell you, we didn't even know it was him because he's wearing his helmet, which is
like a sensory deprivation. It's like a little slit. He can't see shit. He's just using the force and the senses. Yeah. Which is crazy because he's fighting all these people. And
all you see is his arms. I was like, they did his costume good because everybody's like, who the hell is that? But all you see is his muscle arms. And I was like, yeah, that's really titillating.
They really hid how he looked too.
Yeah.
Like Manny hid how with different personality he was playing, and they hid how in the costume how he looked, which was good. But anyways.
Because we were all like, who the heck? Mind you, he was wearing black.
Yeah.
Before. And we still didn't get it.
So in the fight scenes, he's fighting these Jedi, and he's powerful. Yeah. And mind you, he can't see shit. So this is all like sensory stuff, right? And so he like shish kebabs. Like he kills one Jedi and push another one on his lightsaber. So he shish kebabs like 2 fucking Jedi.
Shish kebab.
Which is crazy.
He's not cooking anything there. Come on.
He's cooking them.
Anyways, that fight sequence is...
Well, Soul and Khmer, let's just say something about it. I wonder how, because Khmer's like, something about like, don't you know who I am or something? Do you remember me? And Soul's like, I'm mixing up the words. Soul's like, oh, you seem familiar. So they like are, they were fighting. They started fighting each other, right? And so that was interesting. Their fight scenes and like the back and forth of like fighting hand to hand and lightsaber as well was dope. Especially the conversation of who they are, because to each other, because there is a parallel going on throughout this whole episode, this whole arc of the season about how they both want Padawans, or not Padawans. They want acolytes or pupils and stuff like that. You know, so there's the parallel between both of them. And I remember I was telling you about Khmer. I think we were saying that it meant in Arabic.
Well, it comes from the word. It kind of derives from the word. Did she use
Kumar, which
not
is
derived? Sorry.
It's very similar to the Arabic word Kumar. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Which means moon, and then Sol, which means sun in Spanish, right? And then the eclipse is a thing that they use a lot in the title of the, and that's supposed to represent the twins. So it's like there's a connection between all four of these people.
Yeah.
And there's parallels between Sol and Quimir. So that was very interesting.
And
so Manny's killing it. Power to him.
And I think that, well, I don't want to say this now, but all right, let's go back to the fight sequence. I have to say, I want to know who the instructor is or the person, what do you call these people who do the fight sequences, what they're called. But anyways, I have to say, this was probably, the fight coordinator. I have to say, this is probably the best fight sequence I've ever seen in a Star Wars TV show movie.
Yeah, since Revenge of the Sith. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was...
I mean, for me, it's the best.
Yeah. For me, since Revenge of the Sith with the Anakin Obi-Wan, I think it's even better than the Last Jedi fight, which I thought was...
It's just,
one of the best fights.
Amazing.
But I think it's better than that.
And I have to say that they gave Jackie...
Oh, Jackie was holding it down. Shit, she was holding it down. The way she was
fighting, I was like,
finally, God,
they're doing it justice. Like, even,
she was holding up against Quimir like crazy good.
Yeah,
like it was great, y'all.
I don't.
The fast pacedness between them.
And this is a spoiler review. I do not like how they ended her.
Oh, she died. She got the 3.
I was so upset
from Quimir.
I was like, yo, so.
I'm not gonna lie, that was dope, that review when he did that, and then she dropped, and you get the reveal in the pose of Manny Jacinto.
But I'm just like, they're killing all the characters.
That was dope.
They're killing all the characters.
But that's giving stakes, I guess.
But I'm saying, though, these characters are the ones that help support the plot and support the character development, and they're killing all of them. Well, so I want to know how this is going. And
your death scene was crazy because Quimir gets revealed to Sol, and May's standing there, of course, because she's been running. That's she runs. So Qumir's like, hello. He goes back into that bumbling fool shit, which was really good. And then he gets he throws his cloak on Sol to force pull May, right? And he's like, oh, you don't remember me? Not even deep down. The way he said deep down, I was like, okay, dude.
But they had a brother-sister relationship.
No, they did.
So let's just go a little more forward.
Yeah. But then Yor comes in because Sol and Qumir's telling Sol, Sol is like, what do you want? Who are you? Like, blah, blah, blah. And Qumir's like, I want freedom. I want to will how I could wield my power the only way I can, which Mother Asaya, which is May and Osha's mom, mentioned in episode 3. You should wield the power of the Force whatever way you can, or the thread, because the Jedi says that you have to wield it their way only, or you lose it, which is not fucking true.
And the witches also had the power of the Force, although they weren't calling it that.
No, they call it the thread, I think.
Yeah.
So well, they were calling it the Force, but I think the thread as well, something they will.
Right, which is interesting. So
yeah, but Yor, of course, comes in he grabs the mask, because remember Quimir's mask and the bracelets he has. This shit was dope because in the beginning of the fight when he's fighting the other Jedis, he smacks with the bracelet. One lightsaber, it goes out, and then he headbutts another lightsaber, and that one goes out. So basically, Chronosis, I think it's called. I have to look this shit up. Is that it impacts its impact seems to disperse the blade's energy, so it literally the lightsaber goes out for a bit, and that's how it stops it, which I thought was fucking dope. I didn't even know about that material, and I was like, oh shit, I had to look it up. I was like, what is this shit?
It's dope.
It is dope. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, Yor hits him to stop his blade, his red blade, because he's trying to hit him from the back. Yor comes in, but of course, Quimir stops him and he snaps his neck. That shit was crazy.
That was hard to see.
It was like, damn. Are they really
showing this on Star Wars? Because has anybody ever killed anybody like that in Star Wars before?
Probably not.
It's pretty intense now.
I don't think so.
It's pretty intense.
That was intense. But
and the way how they killed Jackie
it
too.
Sucked because I didn't want Yor to Jackie died, but they died I get it, the stakes and stuff.
But okay, so now let's fast forward. Soul has May.
Yes.
And Cormier
Has Osha.
Has Osha.
Yeah, by the end of that episode, yeah.
So Cormier has his acolyte. Soul has his
Acolyte. I wonder if that's how it's
Padawan.
gonna end. Or Padawan. Yeah.
And it's funny because they're playing this parallel storyline where I have a feeling that May is gonna actually end up being a Jedi.
That'd be crazy.
And Osha's gonna be part of the dark side.
Acolyte, right?
Or
like partnership. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be interesting.
That's interesting. But also let's mention. Go ahead.
The enemies to lovers.
Enemies to lovers. Because that's where I was leading to next. Let's be real. That's why we're watching this. No, honestly, I wasn't expecting a love story at all, but I feel like that's the direction it's going in. Because that whole scene where he was taking a bath.
Episode 6.
Taking
the seduction of Osha.
That's what they're calling it?
It's pretty much that.
All right.
To the dark side?
Yeah.
He's showing his naked body. He's like, look at all the goods you can have.
And he was...
And the teaching.
The thing is he's using another method to kind of win over an acolyte.
Yeah, because he used a different method with May.
Right? Which was the brother-sister.
Yeah, type of bubbling fool type
now
of
he's
method.
like a man, woman, lover type thing. And I was like...
Let me tell you, enemies to lover.
Making love with the dark side?
Is my shit.
How is that?
I was not ready for that. But when it's a BIPOC, enemies to lover, that's another fucking level. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, because they don't really do that in Star Wars, right?
No.
No, they don't.
Not
Is
really.
this the first time?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
A BIPOC, enemies to lover. You know what BIPOC stands for? Stands for Black, Indigenous, and People of Color. That's what it means. So it's a BIPOC couple with Osha and Cormier. And dude, I am here for that shit. That's what got me.
But
and
the way it's kind of building into this,
because it makes it interesting and fascinating. Yeah. Aside from the morality of the Jedi and the Sith, this is the shit we want.
Yeah, and girls will go to the dark side for a man.
No. We'll go for the dark side for Cormier. Let's get that shit straight. Not for fucking any man. No.
I'm talking about movies. Sometimes you see that. Maybe in real life too. Anyways.
But I want Osha not just to go to the dark side because of Cormier. I want her to go to the dark side just because it would be fucking interesting just to use those different emotions and anger and just tapping into her fucking power because we hear that she's powerful.
I know, because you don't see that yet. Because as a child, she didn't have the same power as May. But what I notice is that she's kind of desensitized or just wants to move on from the past.
Yeah.
And kind of has this nonchalant attitude towards it and wants to get back to how she's been living.
Pretty much.
And Trauma can do that.
Trauma could definitely... Shit, I can't wait. So this predictions for season finale, because it is coming up from what this recording is on Tuesday. Episode 8. I think Osha's gonna become his acolyte. I think Amir's gonna win. How can he fucking not?
Yeah,
how can he not
win?
I
mean, look at the scene where he's taking a bath and he tells her to hold the
lightsaber.
The lightsaber, and he's like,
does it feel good? How does it feel?
Does it feel
good? I'm like, come on with the hand job jokes.
Yeah.
Yo, the dialogue was so suggestive. I was like, God damn.
Well, it was funny. So
it was
if you
good.
like that type of dialogue, watch
this
episode alone and you'll have a lot of fun with it.
This is shit I'm eating.
This is shit that's bringing us life right now. I mean,
this is what I'm talking about. Star Wars got me with this shit. I'm like, you lucky. You fucking lucky.
No, aside from the fighting and kind of...
No, but the morality of Jedi. That's what I'm talking about. The messiness of shit.
It's a new type of story, a new direction for Star Wars, I think. And I think it's pretty fascinating.
Interesting to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Check out Acolyte.
Yes.
Season finale coming up on Tuesday from this recording. And
next up,
Disney Plus. Peace out.